Marquis Taylor here again today, and I want to discuss the fact that our thoughts in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside thought. Sounds a lot like one of Newton's laws, right? It's pretty much it is. It states that an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. Well, our thoughts are physical. They're objects. Think of them as objects because they're actual physical things that manifest themselves in reality. If I reach out to grab this pen, that was a physical thing that just manifested itself, right? So is if we want to achieve a certain goal, we're going to have to continuously be thinking about certain thoughts for an extended period of time. And the desire behind those thoughts to be coming to fruition transmute themselves into reality. So basically, a way to illustrate this is the pen. It's a really simple example, but over a long span of time, certain things can be achieved that are more difficult to achieve because the universe doesn't just work like, oh, I thought about it and boom, it happens. It doesn't work that way. Certain things take time to work themselves forward. So for me to get stronger as a vegan, it's going to take time because I'm not eating meat and fish, the things that are heavier protein dense and higher carbohydrates, things with macronutrients like healthy fats. It's going to take me longer. It took me five 5 months to put on 10 pounds of muscle, but I did it. I'm sure I could do it more efficiently and better than I did the first time, but I had to consistently be thinking about that more and more. So I went from 145 to 155 over the course of 6 months, going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. So it just took some time to work my way up to that. It's important to know though that you can't just think about something consistently. You have to prevent yourself from thinking about the opposites. See, it kind of works like a teeter-totter. If on one side of the teeter-totter you want to be a teacher, and on the other side of the teeter-totter the thought is, I'm not capable of being a teacher, what one's going to take over the other, right? So if your goal is to become a teacher, you have to have as many thoughts as you can and think consistently about doing that, and fewer thoughts about not being a teacher. This teeter-tottering motion prevents people from becoming what they want in life. Consistently, this is what's happening. Is the moment you think about, you know, making the commitment to that girl or guy, is when the fears come in and saying, what if this happens? And then it delays even further the action of taking place because your thoughts, remember, are physical. The outside force that's preventing it from taking action is your fear of doing it, or things like imposter syndrome or whatnot. So that's why it's so valuable to be around people who are like-minded, because now you're surrounded by people with similar thoughts. It's easier to maintain that mentality. So like, they never say forsake the gathering of the brethren, because you'll have weak moments in your life, because or they say never forsake the gathering of the brethren, because at points in your life you're going to be challenged, and it's going to be hard for you to maintain those thoughts necessary, and it's likely you'll start thinking negative. But when you're surrounded by like-minded people, you can maintain and push yourself through those tougher challenges, and it can keep you focused. So whether it's like a death in the family or something like that, it's important to stay grounded, because your brain can go into some very dark places when challenged with things that catch you off guard. So just know that thoughts and emotions stay in motion as acted upon by outside thought. And that's why listening to things like personal development instead of listening to screamo over time helps you think better and have a better mentality. And when I say better, I mean more conducive to your goals. If your goals are personal development, sweet. If your goal is to become a screamo artist, then you need to listen to screamo, or at least listening to things teaching you how to become a screamo artist. So it's just what I'm trying to explain here is just to stay in the focal point necessary. Your thoughts are physical, and you'll stop having those thoughts after a long time, if you're not continuously surrounding yourself with those kinds of thoughts. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole sum of it. It's just like, and one more example is, say you learn a language and you don't speak that language for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. It's gonna be hard for you to reach back for that thinking towards to be able to speak that way. You might not be able to. You might have to relearn it. So that's just an example. Just continuously thinking certain things and exercising those thoughts, putting into action. That's how it works. Thanks for watching.